Welcome back, Rainmakers, to the Crypto Rain channel. I am your host, Jay Murph, and today we're going to get into two altcoin gems that were brought to us by some of my subscribers in the Telegram channel. So if you haven't joined the Telegram channel, go ahead and join it. Some gems come through there once in a while, but as always, do your own research on them. I happened to be on the channel at the time, and I looked at these two and I thought, I like them, so I did buy some of them myself. Now, this was 2 days ago. This was my first opportunity to bring you videos on them, so I will update you on where they are now versus where they were 2 days ago. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started. Join me, Rainmakers. Definitely join me. If you like making money in crypto, this is the channel for you. I analyze things from an investment perspective, so I'm not so much a news channel on giving you the news daily. What I do is I look at different tokens. I do some fundamental analysis and some technical analysis and kind of a combination of both. But I have partnered with a good friend of mine who's exceptional on the technical analysis side and frequently promote his channel for all of you. It is a new channel because though he's been doing this for a long time, he's new on YouTube, and you can learn some great things about technical trading and technical analysis with him, and that's Angel Mondragon. I have him on as a guest. I think we'll have him on again this coming Sunday, so stay tuned for that. They tend to be longer shows, like an hour, because we go through lots of cryptos there. And you can check out his videos on a daily basis. If you're looking for those, go to the Telegram channel below, and you're going to click on that, and then you're looking under the pinned comments for Angel's videos. Now, his YouTube name is Novelty Known, 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 and he does a great job on technical analysis on a lot of the hottest cryptos. So let's get into it today with some of the stuff, two of the altcoins I want to talk about. All right. So the first one is Veracity, and one of our subscribers brought this to us 2 days ago, and took a look at it. I was on Telegram, like I said at the time, and looked at it briefly, and I thought, I like what I'm seeing in the charts, and I'll show you what I was seeing then. Second to that, their website is interesting. They just got approved a patent for proof of view, and allows them to really know that somebody has viewed the video. And so advertisers love that stuff, because a lot of times what if somebody just leaves a video running and they're not around, and so advertisers are paying for videos that aren't really getting any views, and so this allows a better way of tracking views, and what they've done can be integrated on top of any of these different providers here. So I do feel like they're in the right place, right time. Now, is this project going to survive long term? I don't know. Possibly. It's nice that they patented their stuff, because that does help. And I know some people hate patents, but it's a way that a company can put in millions and millions and millions into research and know they're going to be able to get some value out of that for a while. And often patents only go for a certain time period before they then have to try to renew them. But allows them to recoup their research costs, and because they can be protected that way, companies are more willing to put in more money into research. So I know a lot of people hate that. I disagree with them on that, because having been a business owner myself, when you're putting those kind of cash outlays, you have no guarantee of success. And if you're able to get a patent, that does just help give you a good shot at trying to recoup what you were willing to outlay to fund the research that you were doing. So Veracity, really, I did a little bit of fundamental analysis. I don't know as much about this as I would really like to, but they are in what I think right time, right place, and their market cap has almost doubled since I looked at them. But let me share with you what I was seeing and why I liked it. Now, obviously, there's some charting on here, so let me clear some of this. In fact, let's just get rid of all of it. And I'm going to share with you what I was looking at the other day. So when they brought it to my attention, I was seeing this. And so what I liked about this was not only had it broken through this trend line, it was then bouncing off of this as support and starting to head up. So when I saw this, I thought, yeah, that's a pretty good bet. And now it's run up tremendously from just 2 days ago, and since the 28th is when I saw it. Now, where's this going to go from here? Well, right now is not a good entry point. What often happens is something like this. Now, it doesn't always happen, it just often happens. And so, if this one is something you're interested in, that's up to you. You don't want to be buying at these kind of prices that it's at right now, because look at this. When it did its big run up before, look at how big of a discount you could have gotten if you had just been patient. Because here it went up to 2.6 cents. It came all the way down here, and say you missed the very bottom, but you bought somewhere around here 1.4 cents. So you would have been able to get way more for the same amount of investment. This is why we don't chase big green candles, because this is a good take profit zone. That's not a great entry place. So where is a good entry? Now, do we know if it will come down? No, but this is what I call chasing after boats you already missed. And so there's plenty of opportunities out there rather than chasing after boats that you missed, because at any given time there are things that are in a buy zone, and this isn't presently in a buy zone unless it retraces. And if it retraces all the way down to here, 61.8, or even the 50% mark, or the 38.2, then it starts to become more attractive. Does that make sense? I do think they're in a good position during this bull market when a lot of attention is drawn to video and other technology and integration of crypto and gaming and crypto and video. There's just a lot of momentum around that space, and so I think they're in a good space for that. Now, as far as my total fundamental analysis on this, literally I've only done about 40 minutes of research. I had only done about 10 minutes of research before I decided to pull the trigger on this because the chart looks so good. I've tried to fit in some additional research time and did get about a half hour more of additional research time. But I wanted to bring this one to you, and more so I want to bring the next one to you because it's maybe a better place in the charts. So this one might be just an opportunity missed unless it comes back here. And if you're in the Telegram group and you had seen this and saw what I saw, now I did put in the Telegram group, thank you for sharing this, I'm totally buying some. And so, at least you knew where I was at on things. Capacity is the other one I wanted to bring to you. Now, their ticker symbol is CAP. So, what is going on with them? By the way, they are on Kucoin. Both of these are on Kucoin. If you don't have a Kucoin account, you don't have to sign up using my referral link. I just greatly appreciate it if you do on all my videos. If you scroll down on the details, you'll find links to a lot of the major exchanges. Binance and Kucoin are some of the best. Kucoin is great for U.S. citizens because you can get one. You can't go through KYC. What that does, if you're just the first level, it limits you to only withdrawing up to 2 Bitcoin a day, which for most people, that covers what they need to move. And if they have a lot more than that they need to move, then they just move it over a period of days. Make sense? All right, so capacity, I'm going to draw out the charting for you. But I want to point out to you, CoinGecko, though I usually come here first, sometimes they let us down. This is back to Veracity. They don't have the market cap here. They don't have the circulating supply, though if we go to CoinMarketCap, in this case, it does have the market cap, 146 million, which isn't super cheap anymore, but it's also not super high. Their fully diluted valuation, 400 million, so that means a lot of their stuff is in circulation already. And you look at how long they've been out, but just you were completely unaware of them, just like I was. And so now we're aware of them, and they got this patent, and they've been in the news, and they've been taking off. All right, back to capacity. Again, CoinGecko let us down. We don't have the information we need to have. So in this case, we can find it on CoinMarketCap. And their market cap here is much lower, 12 million. Their circulating supply is pretty high. Their total supply is here. So there's only a slight difference between these two. Now, I do want to share with you, they have been out for quite a while. In fact, they benefited from the last bull run, and they went up as high as just under 50 cents. So, and what is that, like 46? It won't let me go to that. But they are trading now at 1.8 cents, essentially. So let me share with you what I saw on the charts that I liked. I'm going to remove all of this. We're going to look at it fresh. Now, this is what I was looking at 2 days ago. So they had broken lower on that. And then on this bigger thing, well, let's just do this. I was looking at it and I'm like, well, it looks like they're breaking out of this triangle here. And so I was like, I don't think they had broken out yet. I was looking at this and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure after breaking down here, just in the market and where they're at, like what technology they're working on, and being such a low market cap, that they're going to break out of that. And I didn't have time to sit and watch the charts, so I did take a roll of the dice and I went ahead and bought back here. They did end up breaking up, so they've had a little bit of gains since I bought. And let's go over what capacity is all about. Now, part of the reason I was interested in this, and I can't say I've done a ton of fundamental analysis on this either. So I would categorize both veracity and capacity as speculative investments. So halfway between speculation, halfway between investment. Now, what's the difference between speculation and investment? In my opinion, the difference is speculation is more of a gamble. Investment is more of an educated guess. And so I can't say I'm fully educated on either of these. I haven't spoken to the teams yet. I did a little bit of fundamental analysis, but not as deep as I normally like to go. One of the problems that I'm running into is just the time crunches with so many demands on my time. In fact, if I didn't have so many demands on my time, I would have loved to bring this to you 2 days ago. I just haven't been able to fit it in, but today I needed to bring it to you. Because overall, I don't love where veracity is on their charts, and I'm not as excited about the chart on this as I was back here. But do know I was just rolling the dice back here because I did not know that it would break up. I just guessed that it would break up, and sure, it did. So let's redraw what likely this is following, as well as let's put in, and I know I draw these out extra long. Let me just bring that in. It's a little less messy. And let me do one more thing. I'm going to put in the horizontal rays where the major resistance and supports are. And it starts to get kind of hard to read, but it gives us an idea of where things might find support at and where they might break through. Let's move that there. All right, so we don't know for certain that this is going to break up, and so what you're looking for is a breakout up of this trend. And if you see a break down from this trend, well, then that might give you some really good buys. In fact, we don't even know. It might actually hit off of this line, come down, or it could even break through. What often happens with something like this is, remember when we were looking at coin market cap, so many people bought way back here. Even they bought here or they bought here, and nothing has happened with this project for a long time. So there are a lot of token holders who either accumulated during here or they bought here. And so the first sign sometimes of it going up, they're then just anxious to sell and cash out because they just get tired. They're not patient. Now, this is why patience pays off. Because if they'd bought here and it starts going crazy and then it starts coming down, they get scared because they've been in it so long, and they sell, and it brings it all the way down here, and then it goes up here and then they sell. And who knows, they might even get scared if it continues down from here and be dumping because they bought it somewhere way down here, or they bought it higher forever ago and they're just scared it won't keep going up, and they sell right into other people's hands, buyers like myself, who want to buy it at what I feel is still a good deal now that it's having some action on it. So one of the things I do like about CoinGecko is they show all of this volume easily in a way that's easy to watch. And so you see some big volume there, some volume here, and you're seeing some volume here. And so volume tells you that not only are sellers selling, but buyers are buying it. If we go to a bigger timeline, you're going to see almost no volume all through here, right? And so the volume goes crazy. But now this starts to catch new buyers' attention, and people start to notice capacity, and then they're buying it. Now, let's look at what capacity, well, it is 3D for augmented reality and virtual reality. You can check out their website yourself. It's Capacity, SITY.com. And there's a good video on it that you can watch right here so that you can inform yourself better. I just think they're in the right time, right place with a fairly low market cap with good activity going on in their chart. And so I bought some. Now, either of these two, do I know that they're amazing and that they will be around through the bull run? I don't. It seems like Capacity has survived the bear market, which is great. Hopefully they're still alive and kicking and not just barely alive. And not having spoken to the team, I don't know that for certain. I just saw what was going on with the chart and made a speculative investment, kind of halfway between. And it made enough sense to me. Meanwhile, I'll keep looking at them and seeing, kind of learning about them more. I did not put large amounts of my portfolio into either of these. I didn't know enough to make that type of investment. These were just out of the speculative side where I keep a certain amount set aside for speculative investments that are higher risk, potential high returns. And that's what both of these buys were for me. So if somebody goes all in on these, knowing as little as I know about these, I'd say you're crazy. Don't do that. Not financial advice. Do whatever you want. These are just how I see things. And this has helped me to have above average returns in this market. And so, these principles are universal. They're not universal to me. This is just what investors understand. And this is what I try to share with you is how to think like an investor, how to really develop some patience and not to FOMO into things or get fear and panic sell. And so, when people panic sell, they're selling into the hands of people like me. And when people get fear of missing out and they're panic buying, they're buying when I'm taking profits. That makes sense? So one of the goals of this channel is to be able to share with you how to think like I do as an investor. Now, I've only been in crypto for 4 years. 20 years, though, in general investing, in particular real estate investing, and patience is a huge part of that. In fact, any type of investing, patience is such a key. And in this market, it's hard to be patient because things change so quick. And it can be scary if you're new, if you've got maybe a couple tokens and it seems like everyone's doing well around you. And what happens is you tend to want to sell what you have and roll that into what other people have. But then you're actually buying the high. And then those ones you just sold were probably about ready to take off and you just didn't wait long enough. Now, I can't say that specifically if I don't know what you're holding, and everything's just my guess anyway. I tend to be a pretty good guesser, but I'm not always right. Guys, I did want to share with you the message that on why I started this channel, and then I'll have a nugget for you after. Thank you for joining the Crypto Rain channel. I'm your host, Jay Murphy, and if you haven't already, would you hit the like button? Also, if you subscribe to the channel and join us Rainmakers, well, the goal of this year is to make this year completely rain on all of us. And we're going to do that by having on some of the best guests and some of the best project teams come on and answer our questions as we get the best information so that this year will be phenomenal for all of us. See you soon. All right, if you're still with me, 2 nuggets. I'm really liking what I see in the charts with Elrond Gold. Elrond has not been in the news for quite a while. It is a top-level blockchain. It came out of nowhere to have a very fast, good blockchain solution. Out of nowhere, this about a year ago, I'd never even heard of it and had some massive appreciation because their blockchain was ready to go, and they were even ahead of where Cardano was, even though they started later, and they were ahead of where Polkadot was, even though they had started later. Now, Polkadot and Cardano aren't even in full development yet, and Elrond's ahead on that scale, and so it's done very well, and it had some remarkable appreciation. In fact, let me pull that up for you. Now, I do not love their name, E-Gold. I just, whatever, just not my thing. Elrond Gold or E-Gold, I don't love it, but you can see here that it went absolutely crazy since the beginning of the year. So it went from $24 up to $200, but it's having a really, really nice retracement. In fact, if we put this into trading view and we go to a higher time frame, we want there we go. Let's just chart this out. Now that looks like it's bouncing off the resistance. Now we don't know that this is going to go up, but this is the same thing the other one, Veracity, we were looking at, and then it broke out and did incredible. And so it looks like might be some good timing on that one. One other one, let me look at my notes. I've got it for you. Plasma Pay. So you might check out Plasma Pay. Where did my thing go? Okay. Ticker symbol is PPay, Plasma Finance. Alright, just so we can get a little bit better. So it did break out above. I like where this is going. Really low market cap, 40 million. Now, it does only have 13% of its total supply in circulation. That is a risk. Overall, their market cap is low. It does make DeFi easier, and they're integrating. Right now, it's run off of Ethereum, but it is really easy to use. Has some fiat on-ramps that are really good for people to be able to buy things. Their website's super clean, looks very good, and some of the people behind this have a really good track record. Some of their VCs that are working with them and that have been backing this, and so I like this one a lot, and it's a gem for all of you who stuck around till this. So if you haven't already, hit that like button for me, would you? It helps me out a ton, and if you want this kind of information, subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking for a news channel, this is not that. And if you're looking for a channel that pumps like Bybit and leverage trading, I'm not that either. Do I want you to become good enough that you could leverage trade? Absolutely. Just know that that's a long road. It's going to be 2 or 3 or 4 years if you're honest with yourself. Otherwise, you're going to expose yourself and likely get wrecked. In the meantime, learning spot trading during a bull market, that's really where you should be. That way you don't lose a whole bunch of money while everyone else is making tons because you're in an appreciating market. Now, in a down market, that's a good time to play around with some leverage trading in very, very small portions, like 1% or less of your portfolio, and minimizing your risk while you learn. In fact, it's even best if you use play money or fake trading for about 6 months. And the reason that you use 1% of your portfolio is any greater than that, you can't emotionally distance from it, especially if you're anywhere near being new, which is why 3 to 5 years is really the experience time frame before people can really be good at these things. Because on leverage trading, you have to be able to emotionally distance so that you follow a set prescribed pattern that you have, and you know when to exit, when not to exit, and you've distanced your emotions from it, because if your emotions get involved, you will get wrecked. And so I don't promote Bybit, even though they have a great platform and everything, because it would just hurt my heart if so many of you were new and you thought, I'm going to jump into this, so-and-so's promoting it, and wow, look, he made 100,000 on trade. Trust me, some of the people who promote this a lot, there's only one that I know that actually has a good track record. A lot of the people who promote this, their track records, if they showed you everything, would be overall losses, because over 60% of people lose money at leverage trading. And really just the very experienced traders make money on average, not even in every case. So I would caution you to stay away from leverage trading until many years down the road. If you're new to crypto, that's definitely not the place to be. And even spot trading, where I like to be is that middle ground, where a lot of the stuff I hold is for a 3-month to 2-year time frame. 2 years meaning I bought some stuff 1.5 years ago that I'll probably be selling in possibly 6 months. I bought it during crypto winter, and it was just a long-term hold that I thought it would do really, really well, and that's where a lot of my Cardano and some of the other stuff I'm holding still to today, that's a part of my portfolio. And some of this stuff I'm trading over maybe a 1-month to 3-month time frame. And so that patience really helps, because even myself, I don't always make the best buys, like the perfect buys, because nobody can see exactly where things are at. So like, in cases like this, breaking up, sometimes you're like, okay, I'm going to buy here, and then it goes even lower, and you don't know exactly where. Or you buy here, it's breaking out, and then it goes down. And so patience really helps, because when it goes down, sometimes you start freaking out, and you're like, oh my gosh, only to find out if you'd been patient, it came above where you bought at, and then way above where you bought at, and then you're looking at this and like, that might be take profit zone 1 for me. That's a pretty good place. Alright guys, I do want to thank you for joining my channel. Hope you're enjoying the content that you're getting. If you have a really good thing that you want me to look at, here's what I need from you. If you just say, look at this ticker symbol, that's not what I need. I'm probably not going to look at it. What I need is ticker symbol and what you like about it in as many words as possible, and then what the market cap is at. If you send me those 3 things, I'll at least put my eyes on it. You don't send me those 3 things, I probably won't even look at it. It's just limited time. So if you put an investment in time into researching and telling me what you like about it, great. There's no wrong answers. I'm not going to criticize anything you say. I realize many of us are, I was new too 4 years ago. I didn't know anything about crypto prior to 4 years ago, even though I had lots of investment experience, and it's overwhelming to be new. So for me to take the time to put my eyes on it, I just need you to do me a favor and tell me what you like about it. With that said, I'm going to leave you with our song from our Argentina gal, Manuela, who did a Crypto Rain song for us.
Success is falling, flowing like rain. The timing's right, we're getting paid. Come on, Rainmakers, let's make this happen. Let all the haters do their thing. There's no other like Crypto Rain. Analysis solid with reviews so good. Say goodbye to the haters and welcome Rainmakers. Success is falling, flowing like rain. The timing's right, we're getting paid. Come on, Rainmakers, let's make this happen. Let all the haters do their thing. There's no other like Crypto Rain. Analysis solid with reviews so good. Say goodbye to the haters and welcome Rainmakers. Success is falling, flowing like rain. The timing's right, we're getting paid. Come on, Rainmakers, let's make this happen.